Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing fine today. I want to make a quick video. I had a few messages exchanged with a guy on TikTok. He believes that there are two sunsets if you look from the building in Dubai called Burj Khalifa. So we exchanged a few messages. I want to go ahead and make a video about it. It's Thursday morning here in Japan. Just past 9 o'clock, October 19th, 2023. So here we see the person number 1. Suppose that's me. This is my horizon view. The higher I get, the farther I see. There's no curvature necessary in this situation. So the vanishing point for guy number 2 is much farther than for the guy number 1. The two sunsets effect on Burj Khalifa building in Dubai is due to the fact that the guy on top of the building can see much farther than the guy on the ground. Look at the red line, that's the line of sight of the guy number 1. He can see at about half of the square at the end of the tunnel, but the person on top can see beyond that red line, can see much farther away. So let's listen to this guy, and this is his argument, and I exchanged a few messages with him trying to explain, and that's why I'm making this video, so you can understand what's going on here.
Well, one of the things that I very rarely ever see being used to show the shape of the Earth as being spherical is this monstrosity right here, the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, located in Dubai. The Burj Khalifa is so tall that you can watch a sunset at the bottom, take an elevator up to the top, to the observation decks up there, and watch it set again. It is so tall that you can watch the sunset multiple times. And there is no way for flat earthers to address this, because if the light was receding at a consistent rate, then the entire building should go dark at the same time. But because the earth is curved, it takes longer, because of the altitude that this thing sits at, to see the sun go beyond the curvature of the earth.
So he could not be any more wrong than he is. The fact is, the higher up you go, the farther you can see. This is actually a quote by an author from Ghana in Africa. The higher you go, the farther you can see. And David Wise had a video, he made a video, you can check it out on the ITRH channel. How does the sun set on flat earth? He explains what I'm going to say. But we're going to use the video of this guy on the top right and see the globalist perspective on this matter.
A sunset. How is that? What's the explanation for that on a flat earth? Why does it go below the horizon? I actually have a video I'd like to share, if that's possible, if I could share a screen. Here's a video of drone footage of a sunset where at the observer height, you see the sun disappearing below the horizon, right? And then the drone rises to a higher observer height, and now that same sun is visible, and you get to see it set again below the horizon. So on a flat earth, how would that be explained?
Right, quoting the book author again, the higher you go, the farther you can see. Whether you go yourself or if you send a drone, it's the same thing. The higher you go, the farther you can see. As we have these two pilots explaining this situation, this very first pilot, she explains that from Kansas City, she can see the Rocky Mountains.
You could probably see the Rockies from Kansas.
Wow.
You could probably see the Rockies from Kansas.
Wow.
And that's actually only flying at an altitude of about, let's say, 30,000 feet. And this SR-71 pilot, Brian Shaw, he is flying 80,000 feet. And from Tucson, Arizona, he can see downtown LA and all the way, the rock is all the way up to the border of Canada.
We're on our last training mission. We're over Tucson. I can see downtown LA from Tucson. We're at 89,000 feet. I can see the whole western United States bathed in a warm October fall glow. I can see the chain of Rocky Mountains from Canada to New Mexico.
So the higher up you go, the farther you can see. Just look at this animation of 2 trains. It's not one train being divided in 2. There are 2 trains, and the perspective make them to converge at the end of this animation. You see all the way? It looks like both are coming from the same focal point, but they're not. There is always the same distance, let's say about 10 meters or 30 feet from one train to another, but perspective and the convergence point makes it look like they are all coming from the same point. So this is what perspective is all about, and global believers seem not to understand that points converge. Whatever it's, the ground will converge to the sky, and the sideways, they will all converge into a single point. And if you go higher, you're able to see much farther. But I hope this video helps some global believers into understanding that the higher up you go, the farther you can see, and this has nothing to do with the curvature of the earth. Even Auguste Piccard, when he went up to 125,000 feet, he was able to see the end of the earth, and he said, and I quote, "Looks like a flat disk with an upturned edge." So this is his quote when he went all the way up to 125,000 feet. Earth is not a globe. Large bodies of water will always remain flat and will adapt to the bottom of the container. Hey guys, stop by my store. Support this channel by getting one of the items. You can get any of these interesting items. I have t-shirts, the new Glistens map, and that's the only way to support this channel, since we are shadow banned, prohibited from monetizing or anything like that. So that's the only way you can support our channel. Thanks a lot guys. I'll see you the next time. Stay flat.